And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Today I'm talking about Jab, which is a boxing game. It's a real-time card game in which players are... okay, I'm trying to keep my concentration here. Players are doing a boxing match, fighting one another back and forth. But you're actually hitting the other person, although when it's over, you might feel like you do. And you say, oh, real-time card game. What? Throw the box away, I'm done. No, wait. Don't turn off the video. Seriously, look at this. Because there is strategy mixed with the speed of the game. Speed is important, I won't lie. But strategy is also important. So here we look at Jab. So here we have the two boxers ready to go at it. You have three cards placed in front of you, a head and then two sides of your boxer, and the other person. In the middle you have a deck of these combo cards that show different colors, and there's also a symbol on each card, just as I mentioned, so in case you don't, in case you're colorblind, you have a hard time, you can just go by the symbols rather than the colors. And each player starts with 5 tokens, and then you take a deck of cards that are in your color. There's a black deck and a white deck, and you'll take this deck, shuffle it, and you'll split it into 2 halves, one for each hand. And then you and your opponent will fist bump with both your hands, which is, thematic. I like that. And then you take your decks, as soon as you fist bump, and you flip your decks over, and you immediately can start playing. Each deck has 1 hand associated with it, so you can only play with that hand. And what you are doing is, you are playing cards with your associated hands on your opponent's body parts, on their head or on his shoulders. Now, when you play a card on the other player, so let's say the white player is playing cards on me, it doesn't matter what part of the body that he plays cards on. However, if he plays a card, for example here, I can block that card, because it does, it's going to give him points at the end of a round. I can block that card if I feel like it, if I have the same kind of card. So that's a hook. I can play a hook on top of it. Or if I have the same color card, let's say I had a yellow jab, I could have blocked it with that also. And so players are playing these cards as fast as you want. You can play cards wherever you want on any part of your opponent's body. If I play a haymaker, or if they play a haymaker on me, and they then play the same color card on top of that haymaker, they have hit me for some damage, and they will instantly take 2 tokens from me. Now, haymakers can be blocked by any card, so you can put any card on top of them. It doesn't have to be blue, or a haymaker could be, a purple jab. But you gotta be careful, because if you're not, they'll take 2 of these health tokens from you, and once they take 2, then they take your last one, and then after that, if they give you another haymaker, then you are out of that round. Another way to get points during the round is, over here we have a pile of combo cards, and if you ever see your opponent has these cards on their body, so here it says hook, hook. So if my opponent has played a hook and another hook on me here, 2 hooks, and he's played those both on me, then he can grab this card and claim those points. These cards in the middle are a different thing. If you notice, each one of them has a color. Well, if that color is present on my character, there's a green card on me, and there's a green card on my opponent over here, then the first person who notices that each person has a green card can claim this one, which not only is worth 2 points at the end of a round, but also will give you 1 of your health tokens back. So this will continue. Now, you're eventually going to finish a round, and you're going to be out of cards that you've played because you played them quicker than the other guy. You can ring the bell and stop the round if you want, but you're going to lose 5 points for doing so. Now, but otherwise, you just sit there and let the other guy play as many cards as he wants. You can also always clinch your opponent. If you are taking a lot of damage, this will give you 2 points back of health, but it also leaves you 3 in the judging. Now, once all the cards are played, then each player is going to decide at the same time one of their parts of the body that doesn't count. So you can't play all your cards on just one part of your opponent's body, because they'll cover up that pile. You're only going to score from 2, so you need to spread them as evenly as you possibly can. The other 2 piles, all the cards are taken together, and you will then add the points that are your color, subtracting the points that are your opponent's color. You'll add any points for any combo cards that you might have gotten, or any of these cards, and These also will subtract points possibly. And whoever has the most points wins the round, and they turn one of their health tokens into this, which means I won one round. You can also, the first person to win 3 rounds is the winner, but you can also win the game simply by knocking out your opponent, which is always a constant danger during the course of the round. Playing is very fast and furious. You have to think about where you're playing all the cards. Watch for those haymakers being landed on your own side. Watch for the combos. There's a lot of things to watch for at one time, and you probably can watch for one very successfully, but if you watch for just one, you'll probably get knocked out at the same time. So there you go. Jab the boxing game, which is, thank you, which is, again, it's a real-time. Now, if you hate real-time games, if you like games where you sit there and go, what should I do next? And stroke your beard a little bit, or where you would have a beard, as you make your next turn, then this is definitely not going to be for you. At the same time, don't think that you're going to be overwhelmed. You say, oh, I like to play, but I'll be beat by that really fast kid. Well, maybe you will be, but with some clever, real quick plays at the right time, you can block someone who's faster, which is, I guess, just like real boxing. I thought this did a very good job at bringing boxing to a really quick card game. It really does the theme very well. And while it certainly isn't a game I'm going to want to play all the time, it's certainly a game if I say, hey, let's try it, come on, bring it. And I don't know, that's just how the way, I mean, by the time I felt like I was boxing different people at my game group. First I played one guy, took him down, and I was standing on top of the stairs, jumping up and down, with the Rocky theme music playing, and then, the next guy just took me to pieces. But I said, well, let's do a rematch, come on, and I trained and trained. Okay, no, I didn't train, but I lost the second match. Just very exciting style game. So, if that sounds like something that interests you, it probably will. And that actually hurt.
Thanks for joining us today. For more written, audio, and video reviews, as well as the #1 board game podcast, check out the website at www.thedicetower.com. Until then, this is Eric Summerer, and you've been watching The Dice Tower.